What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from the Big Ditch Brewing Company, and they are out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their Peanut Butter Cookie Stout. So this is a milk stout with a peanut butter and vanilla wafer cookies, and on the other side of the can it says malt beverage with artificial flavors. It comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, 9 IBUs, and at the time of review, this can is just over 3 months old. So this one has been in my fridge since late January, early February. I bought it, kind of forgot about it, and now that we're towards the end of winter, I was like, you know what, I should probably review this one while it's probably still on the shelves here locally. They just released their, was it Mule Burner? Or Mule Kick or something like that. I think it's rebranded Afterburner, which was their Imperial IPA, their Imperial Hayburner IPA. So they have their Hayburner IPA, which is their flagship, one of the most popular beers in Western New York. They did an Imperial version of it. I reviewed it, and I think they have rebranded it. They just released that one, so maybe I'll revisit that one. I don't know, but I had this one in the fridge, so I thought I'd give it a go. It says on the side of the can also that this silky smooth milk stout is brewed with roasted barley, chocolate, and caramel malts, then finish with a milk sugar, peanut butter, and vanilla wafer cookies to remind you of your favorite sweet treat. Sure, I love peanut butter beers, or at least in theory, I love peanut butter beers. A lot of them are disappointing, so I'm hoping this is one that's actually pretty good. So we're going to give it a pour here into the hashtag proper glassware. Give it a nice aggressive pour here to try to generate a head here at the end. Haven't spilled beer in a little while, and that wasn't even spilling beer because of, spilling beer. That was me pulling away like an idiot before I, correctly poured the beer. So I guess it was on me. Whatever. Throw this over here. Oh my God, that smells like peanut butter beyond belief. Wow. Okay, so in the hashtag proper glassware, looks fantastic. Big Ditch glass all day long. It had more of like a darker, like brown colored with a little bit of like ruby red hints. Wasn't straight pitch black. In the glass, it looks very similar as well. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Probably not. My stupid face is in the way. Yeah, you really can't see, but it's more of a, I'd say more of a, darker brown with ruby red hints. Had about 2 fingers. Now is about a finger of the straight up brown colored head. Looks pretty creamy. Looks pretty good. I'm into it. Hashtag proper glassware. If you want to see a better look of it, we can give you a better look of it. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. It looks like a milk stout. 6%. Let's get a nose. Jesus. All right, so the peanut butter is unmistakable in this one. And it smells like actual peanut butter and not like boiled peanuts, not roasted peanuts. It smells like peanut butter. It smells like a natural peanut butter. It is, dude. Billy. Good friend of mine, viewer of the channel, Billy, who always, whenever I post a peanut butter beer, he just goes, not for me. I don't like peanut butter beers. I know, Billy. I know. And you wouldn't like this one. The peanut butter is unreal. There is nice chocolate. This holy fuck, man. This doesn't smell like peanut butter cookies. My favorite peanut butter cookies are the, I always forget the name of them, but the Hershey Kiss in the middle, peanut butter blossoms. That's what this smells like, because it has a sweet milk chocolate vibe in addition to the peanut butter. Dude, this smells fucking awesome. I did not expect this. Does it smell artificial, even though it says, it says malt beverage with artificial flavor? It doesn't smell artificial. It smells like actual peanut butter, actual chocolate. The vanilla wafer cookies, not really. Dude, listen, this is not overly complex. It's peanut butter, it's sweet milk chocolate, maybe a touch of roasted malt. There's nothing else, but it smells exactly how I want it to smell based on the ingredients. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm not even getting, since it's a milk stout, I'm not even getting a little bit of that like metallic kind of twang that I get. Not even getting that. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. All right, let me go back in because I have some thoughts, both positive and negative. This tastes like very roasted peanut butter. Like you maybe roasted the peanut butter a bit too long. So it almost has like a smoky or charry kind of flavor. It's good but not great off of those 2 sips. And I'm also getting, and I don't know if it's because of the age. Again, this has been in my fridge since I bought it, so it's been in my fridge for like, we'll say 4 to 6 weeks. There's a little bit, and I've gotten this before Milk Stout, so I'm not saying this is infected or anything's astray with it. I've gotten this before in Milk Stouts, but there is a little bit of a tartness here that I don't really think belongs. It clearly doesn't belong. It's a Milk Stout. Body's nice. It's like medium body, 6% is fine. The mouthfeel has a nice approaching moderate carbonation on the back of the palate. It goes down smooth. Touch of creaminess from the lactose, the fact that it is a Milk Stout. Body and mouthfeel are appropriate. The taste. The nose was fucking immaculate. So this is the second beer in like the last week or so that I've had where the nose was just fantastic, immaculate, over the top, phenomenal, world class, just exactly what I want. And the taste is a letdown from the nose. The first beer I'm talking about is the Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale from Dogfish Head. That nose was awesome. Taste, subdued, nuance. This, just not complex nose, but super intense peanut butter and chocolate. The taste, dialed back, and there's a little bit of tartness, and it just doesn't hit like it should. So yeah, there is peanut butter, and again, like I said, like a maybe over-roasted kind of peanut butter. There is a sweeter milk chocolate, a little bit of like just a nondescript kind of roasted malt. That's front to back, omnipresent. I'm not getting any vanilla. The lactose, the fact that this is a Milk Stout, whatever the case may be, I've said before, I sometimes get metallic tinge. I'm not getting a metallic tinge. I'm getting a very slight tartness. It's almost like it's starting to become infected, but it doesn't have the tartness that I'd associate with an infected beer. It has more of it like a tang, like, it's hard to describe this one. Like a honey, like you have like honey mustard has a little bit of a tang to it. That's what this has. It's not straight on sour. It's just, It's not bad. It's actually pretty solid, but the nose was just everything in this beer. Like if the nose would have carried over, this would have been like a fucking amazing beer. Like I would have never thought in a million years that this beer would have been like just top tier. Like one of the best noses I've ever had on a peanut butter beer, period. But the taste is definitely 100% a letdown. It's sweeter, has a semi-dry finish with a mild bitterness. Definitely leans sweeter. It is a Milk Stout, kind of be expected. Let me pour the rest in and see if anything else changes here with the goodies at the bottom, which doesn't look like there was really much of anything. Man, Big Ditch, come on, man. I was so excited based on the nose. Yeah, trying to think where I want to. Now I'm getting a little bit of like a black grape, purple grape kind of thing. It almost give me like peanut butter and jelly vibes. The nose on this fucking beer was like a 4.8. I'm not bullshitting you. This was like one of the best noses I've ever had on a Big Ditch beer that wasn't a barrel aged beer. Peanut butter cookie all day long. Like I said, it more like a peanut butter blossom cookie. You could even say like a peanut butter cup. It was fucking phenomenal, and the taste is substantially worse than the nose. I am going to give Big Ditch's a Peanut Butter Cookie Stout a low 3.75 and go 3.7. Yeah, I dropped this over a point based off the nose because there are some issues that I am tasting that I am not a fan of. Again, it's just one person's opinion. You may drink this one and not pick up on the tartness I'm picking up on. You might think it's fantastic. You might hate it. I don't know. But for me, this beer is a letdown only because of the nose. The nose was screaming awesomeness, and I did not get that. 6%, you can't tell. If you had this one before, please post in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Anyway, price point availability. It's Big Ditch. They always have great price points. I think it was $11.79 for a 6-pack. I paid like around $2 for that can. All day, every day. That's a great price point. It would have been a lot better if the nose carried over and I was giving this like a 4.5 or higher. $11.79 would be a steal for this beer as is. It's all right. But it's a good price point. Big Dish has good price points. And availability. I'm pretty sure this was Western New York only. Maybe they made it out of the state. I don't know. I'm lost with distro. So if anybody knows, let me know. I just know they are throughout New York State for the most part. Definitely in the Western New York area. And I do think they get some of their stuff into PA. So yeah, if you've had this one when you're outside of New York State, let me know. If you've had this one you're inside of New York State, let me know. As you can see, I'm very disappointed. I always try to be honest with my reviews. I think Big Ditch is the most consistent brewer in the Buffalo, New York area, or one of the most consistent. And I very rarely ever taste like off flavors or weird things in their beer. And again, it could just be my palate, but there is definitely some kind of twang, whether it's a slight tartness or some kind of just like zippy character in this beer that doesn't belong, in my opinion. I'm still giving it a 3.7 because I'm going to drink the rest of that. I'm going to be upset that it doesn't taste like the nose was indicating, but I got to be honest with my reviews, and this is a 3.7, and I'm probably being a little generous, maybe slight generosity here. Maybe this is more like the 3.5, 3.6 realm. Regardless, let it be known, the nose is immaculate, the taste is a letdown, and this is one of the few beers from Big Ditch that I can safely say has let me down, and I'm not a huge fan of. If they release this again maybe next year, maybe I'll get to it a little bit quicker. Maybe it was a little bit too old, but it was kept cold the entire time from the place I bought it from to when I brought it home and put it right in my fridge. So this has not seen, room temperature, or it's not been warm or anything. It's been kept cold the entire time. So it is a bit of a bummer. It does say keep refrigerated right on the can, and it totally was. So yeah, anyway, what are you going to do? Sorry, but it is what it is. So hopefully next week's beer will be a bit better. And by the way, Big Dish has opened up their Lockport, New York facility, their brewery there in the near future. Maybe I'll go check it out at some point and see what it's all about. But I'm glad they're opening up a second location. I do think, like I said, they're a damn solid, they're a very good brewery. They usually nail it for the most part, and most of their beers are very solid at the very least. This one, probably the most disappointing I've had in terms of expectations based on the nose to what I'm tasting, but probably one of my least favorite beers from them as a whole, just period. So anyway, I'm gonna shut this one down. Appreciate it. I was gonna grab the can for fucking who knows what. I'm gonna shut this one down. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. To the next one. Cheers.